What's up, guys? It's Matt here from Stick to Drums. Hope everything's going well. I wanted to talk a little bit further today about the single stroke roll, but I wanted to take a different approach. I was looking at the past couple grooves that we've been talking about, specifically the 16th note hand-to-hand groove and the luxury liner double-time country groove, and I was noticing that while they do employ the single stroke roll alternating stroke pattern, no doubt, they do use it mainly on one source of the kit. So for example, on the 16th note hand-to-hand groove, it's mainly on the hi-hat. And on the luxury liner groove, it's mainly on the snare drum. Okay? But what if you broke it down between two sources on the kit? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it between the hi-hat and the snare drum, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Check it out. Okay, so you see what's happening there? The left hand is tapping the snare drum at a very low volume, very close to the head, and very consistently. Okay, now these strokes are specifically called ghost notes, and they're a very important part of drumming, I feel, and they add a lot of dimension to your playing and a definite maturity to your groove. Okay, so I think it's now's as good a time as any to just introduce those. Okay, so I might surprise you a little here in the respect that that groove, that variation that I just did, is the pattern is no different than the 16th note hand-to-hand groove that we've been playing. Okay, the only difference is the left hand is coming off the hi-hat and playing these ghost notes on the snare drum. Okay, and because they're ghost notes, by definition, you need to keep them low to the head at a low volume. So there's a dynamic shift that's going to be happening when you play those. And that's a real important thing to be paying attention to as you play these grooves, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and forth between the original 16th note hand-to-hand groove and this new variation with the ghost notes. Okay, so as long as you take notice that the pattern, the hand pattern is the same, you'll get familiar with that hand pattern and you'll have the freedom to be able to move your hands all around the kit and be able to come up with some interesting ideas based on that same pattern. Okay, so I'll move it to the right and you can see what that sounds like. Tom. Okay, so you can hit crash cymbals and switch around the patterns any way you like. Get familiar with the feeling of all of them, and come up with some interesting grooves that you can make your own. All right. Now I like to take it a step further and throw in the 32nd note, like we discussed in the first lesson, so that I can switch around my lead hand, because I always like to spend a little bit of time getting my left hand, my weak hand, to feel comfortable on and off the beat. Okay, so check it out. Okay. That may not sound the greatest, but just devote a little bit of time to that concept, and you can orchestrate it any way you want, just as long as you're paying attention to where that 32nd note is, and maintaining the integrity of the groove. All right. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know on the site, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. All right. Take care, guys.